Hello everyone, welcome to Aptitude Made Simple. Today we are going to learn topic number series. So this is the roadmap for learning number series. First we will see the real-time example of number series, where do we use in our day-to-day life. Then we will look at the prerequisite for solving the number series problems in quicker way. So usually we know that in any of the competitive exam, if we solve any problems quicker way, that is going to help us. So number series is the topic where in minimum time you can solve maximum questions just by looking at the question itself and identifying the pattern. Then we will see different approaches to identify these patterns. And once we identify the pattern, we are almost done with the problem. And then we will look at the miscellaneous problems. So let's get started with the real-time example. So now imagine that you are staying on the 6th floor. You are staying on the 6th floor and lift is not working. So you come from office to your place and lift is not working. So how you'll go? So you need to take stairs. You don't have any other option as lift is not working. Okay. So initially when you reach to your home, like your apartment, you will be at ground floor. So can we say it as a 0th floor? Then you start walking by stairs. Then you'll reach 1st floor. Then you'll reach 2nd floor. Then you'll reach 3rd floor. Then you'll reach 4th floor. After that 5th. And then finally you'll reach at 6th floor. That is your home. So as lift was not working, you went by the stairs. So 0, ground floor, then 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. So every time do you see you are going up by 1 floor. So can we say 0 plus 1 is 1? The same will follow for 1 plus 1 is 2. Like that, it will continue till 5 plus 1, you'll reach 6. So whatever we see plus 1, every time you are going up by 1 floor, this is called as a pattern. Every time you are going up by 1 floor, this is called as a pattern. And this complete your journey from ground floor to 6th floor. This is called as your number series. Now let's look at the different approaches to identify the pattern. But before that, we should be aware of prerequisite. Like if you have to solve the number series problem in very quicker way, so you have to save your time. So for that, what is going to help you? So you should know tables 1 to 30. You should know the squares 1 to 30. You should know cubes 1 to 10. And you should know prime numbers from 2 to 100. So when we are going to solve the problems, you will get to know, if you know this thing, how easy for you to solve the number series questions. So let's look at the different approaches to identify the patterns. So mainly there are 8 patterns we have. So if you remember, what are the basic operation in mathematics? We know that's addition, then we have subtraction, then we have multiplication, then we have division. So these are the basic operation we do in every calculation in maths. So addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Then we get square also. Then we have cubes also. Then we have odd even number. And we have prime number, composite number like this. So whenever you get any problem, it will be kind of among these patterns, or it can be combination of 2 or more from this. So when you say 2 or more than this, it can be like prime number as well as cube. So it can be square plus addition. This combination can be there. So addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, square, cubes, odd even, prime number. These are the possible approaches to identify the pattern. And if there is no single pattern, like there might be combination of 2 or more. Usually in the exam, no one will ask you directly straightforward question on addition, subtraction, or square. They might give you miscellaneous problem where you need to apply combinations of 2 or more of this, and then you'll be able to identify the pattern. So let's try to solve the each and every approach problem one by one, and then we'll go to miscellaneous problem. So let's look at the first approach of solving the number series problem, that is addition. So look at the problem 1, 7, 11, 15, 19, 23 and question mark. So now, first of all, if you see these numbers, you can see that those are in increasing order. So whenever do you see that the numbers are in increasing order, there's a good possibility that the pattern of addition or multiplication. So if you look at the addition, 1, 2, 3, 4, every time we are going up by 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you try to go for multiplication, 1, then 2, 4, 1 into 2 is 2, 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8, like that. So whenever there is a numbers are in increasing order, there's a good possibility that they are in addition or multiplication pattern. So let's see how much you should add in 7. So you get 11. If we add 4, we'll get 11. Try to check whether the same pattern is followed in the next number or not. 11 plus 4, yes, we are getting 15. 15 plus 4, we are getting 19. If we do 19 plus 4, we'll get 23. 19 plus 4 is 23. So to find our answer, we have to do 23 plus 4, that is 27. So in this problem, our pattern is every time it is increasing, number is increasing by 4. And we got our answer which 23 plus 4, that is 27. Now let's look at the next problem. 8, 12, 17, 23, 30, question mark. So do you see that number are in increasing order? So there is a possibility that the number, the pattern will be addition or multiplication. So let's see how much you add in 8, you get 12. So 8 plus 4 is 12. How much you add in 12, you get 17. Is it plus 4 directly? Like in earlier example, it's 7 plus 4 plus 4. Continuously, it was plus 4 only. But here, if you see, it's 8 plus 4 is 12. Now, 12 plus 5 is 17. And how much you add in 17, you get 23. 17 plus 6. Then you have 23 plus 7. 30. So do you see that the pattern is of addition, but every time whatever number we are adding is not constant. Here we are adding 4, then we are adding 5, then we are adding 6, then we should go for, then it is 7, and then we should go for 8. So our answer will be 30 plus 8 equal to 38. So what we have seen in this problem, even though there is a pattern of addition, the addition, the number which we are adding may not be the constant. It can be 4, 5, 6, 7. It can be keep increasing like that. Okay. So let's look at the second approach to solve the pattern problem, subtraction. So when we saw that numbers are in increasing order, there is a possibility of addition and multiplication. Similar way, when you see that the numbers are in decreasing order, there is a good possibility that the pattern will be either of subtraction or division. Because when we subtract any number from anything, usually the value get decreased, like 10 minus 2 become 8, 8 minus 2 become 6, like that. So let's try to see if we can identify the pattern. 45, 35, 25, 15. Yeah, how much we should subtract from 45? So you get 35. You subtract 10. 45 minus 10 will become 35. Similarly, is it the same over there in next numbers? 35 minus 10 is 25. Yes. 25 minus 10 is 15. So to get our answer, we just need to do 15 minus 10 is equal to 5. Now, after looking at the solving of this 3-4 problem, you would have observed that if you understand the pattern quickly, it will be biggest time saver for you, this number series problems. Because in any other topic you take, your time, distance, work and time, any other topic you take, you need to put numbers, you need to understand it, do some calculation and then get the result. But here, if you at one go able to identify the pattern, you will be able to solve many questions in less amount of time. Then look at the problem 2. 72, 63, 54, 45. So do you see all the numbers are in decreasing order? So we can check that if there is a pattern of subtraction or division. So 72 minus how much is 63? 9. So basically, if you know the table of 9, you can easily understand that 9 is just 72, 9 7 is 63. So every time we are subtracting 9 from it. 45 minus 9, 55, 54 minus 9 is 45. So to get your answer, 45 minus 9, that is 36. So in this way, table also going to help you to solve the problem in quicker way. Every time we are subtracting 99999 from this. Now let's look at the third approach for solving the number series problem, multiplication. So you see the numbers 4, 8, 16, 32. Are they in increasing order? Yes. So we can check the addition pattern first. 8, 16, 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. It may not be that much relevant because it doesn't look like a constant at start. So do you see multiplication pattern over here? 4, what operation you do it on 4? So you get 8. You multiply it by 2, you get 8. 8 also, if you try to multiply by 2, what you get? 16. 16 again, you multiply by 2, what you get? 32. 32 into 2. So to get our answer, we need to do 32 into 2 is equal to 64. Now let's look at the problem 2. 8, 12, 18, 27, question mark. So do you see the numbers are in increasing order? Yes, it is in increasing order. But if you look at the addition, 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 plus 9 is 27. So we don't see any specific pattern over there when you look at the addition. Now let's check for a multiplication because it is number are in increasing order. So subtraction and division probability is very less. So let's go for multiplication. By what number you multiply 8 so you get 12? So basically you have to do 12 divided by 8. So with that you will get to know by what number you multiply 8 so that you get 12. 8 ones are 8, 8 fives are 40. So let's try 8 into 1.5 is 12. So we have to check now whether we do 12 into 1.5, we get the same answer. 12 into 1.5. 12 5 is 60, 6 is carry, 12 1 is 12 plus 6, 18. Yes, we got the 18. So here it looks like here also we multiply by 1.5, we get the same answer. Now let's try to check same thing for 18 into 1.5. 18 5s are 90, 9 is carry, 18 1s are 18, plus 9, 27. Yes. So here again we have the same pattern being followed. So to get our answer, what we are supposed to do? We have to multiply this number 27 into 1.5. So here the tables will come into picture. If you know table of 27, 15, that is going to help you and it will be very quick. Otherwise, you will keep solving the complete multiplication. 15 sevens are 105. So 15 sevens are 105. You get 10 carry. 15 twos are 30. 30 plus 10 is 40. So 40.5 is your answer. So there's one more way to do this multiplication. So when we multiply any number by 1.5, so what do you mean by 1.5? So if I have to multiply 10 into 1.5, can I say like it is 10 plus half of it? Like 1.5 is 1 plus 0.5. So 10 plus half of 10. So what is half of 10? That is 5. It's 15. So similar way, if you look at this calculation, 8 plus half of 8, that is 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 into half of 12. What is half of 12? It is 6. 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 into half of 18. What is half of 18? 9. 18 plus 9 is 27. 27 into half of 27. Half of 27 will be 13.5. So if you do 13.5 plus 27, you will get the same answer, 40.5. This can be the better way of doing any multiplication by 1.5, 2.5 kind of things. Now let's look at the next approach. Division. So 200, 100, 50, 25. Do we see here numbers are in decreasing order? So there is a good possibility that the pattern will be either of subtraction or division. So 200 divided by 2, we get 100. 100 divided by 2, we get 50. 50 divided by 2, we get 25. So to get our answer, we have to do 25 divided by 2, that is 12.5. Let's look at the problem 2. 270, 90, 30. So with what number? It is again in decreasing order. So you divide it by 3, you get 90. 270 by 3 is 90. 90 by 3 is 30. And 30 by 3 is 10. So your answer will be 30 divided by 3 is equal to 10. So 270, 90, 30, 10. This is completing the series. Now let's look at the next approach for solving the problem, that is squares. So square, we know that if we multiply a number by itself, we get the square of a number. Let's say I have to find the square of 4. So I have to do 4 into 4, I get 60. So this is the square. So let's look at the problem 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, question mark. So if you know the squares orally from 1 to 30, like you know already. So what will happen when you look at these numbers, you will get to know that those are squares. So 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25. So can we see that every time we are increasing number by 1 and doing square of it. So 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36, 7 square is 49, 7 plus 1 will become 8, and 8 square is 64. So our answer is 64. 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64. Now here what we see, what is a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Every time number was, we are increasing number by 1 and doing square of it like that. So let's look at the next problem. 121, 100, 81, 64. If you look at this number, these are all perfect square. So square of natural number is called as perfect square. So if you know 11 square is 121, 10 square is 100. So the difference between problem 1 and problem 2 is, in problem 1, every time 1 was increased, like 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, like that. In this case, it is just reverse. 11 square, 10 square, then you have 9 square, then you have 8 square at 64. Then what will come? 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. So what is the square of 7? 49. So that is our answer. Now let's go to next approach, that is cube. So whenever you multiply any number by its square, you get the cube. So basically, if I have to find this cube of 5, I have to do 5 into 5 into 5. 3 times I need to multiply the same number. 5 5 is 25, 25 5 is 125. So you should be aware of 1 to 10 cube, so that by looking at the problem, you get to know that the pattern is of cube and you can solve the problem. So 1, 8, 27, 64. So if you go with any other method like addition, multiplication, it is very difficult, or you'll not be able to find the pattern even though you spend good amount of time. But if you know the cube, it will directly click in your mind that these are the perfect cubes. So 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64, and we have to do the cube of 5, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cube of 5 is 125. So this is our answer. Problem 2, 125, 64, 27, 8. So we know that the cube of 5 is 125, cube of 4 is 64. So every time we are reducing the number and we are doing cube, like 5 cube, 125, we reduce by 1, 4, 4 cube is 64, 4 minus 1 is 3, 3 cube is 27, 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 cube is 8. Now we have to do 2 minus 1, that is 1, and cube of 1 is 1. So I have already added in the description the prerequisite sheet, and there is one video by which you can revise table, square, cube in just 10 minutes. Yeah, let's look at the next approach. It is called as a prime number. So we know that any number which has exact 2 factors is called as a prime number. So let's look at this problem 1, 7, 13, 19, 29. So initially you might feel that this is a increasing way, so you can try for addition. So 7 plus 6 become 13, 13 plus 6 become 19, then plus 10. But it doesn't follow any approach or any specific pattern. So by looking at this number, if you observe some common thing, all of them are prime numbers. So after 7, you have 11 as a prime number, and then we are skipping it and we are writing 13 over here. What is the next prime number after 13? It's 17. We are skipping 17 and then we are writing 19. After 19, what is the next prime number? 23. We are skipping it and we are putting it as a 29. After 29, we get the prime number as 31. We have to skip it, because every time after 7, we are skipping one prime number, 11, we are skipping, we are writing 13. After 13, we are skipping 17, we are writing 19. So after 29, you have to skip 31, and 37 is the next prime number. So answer is 37. Let's look at the problem 2. So here in problem 1, you see that the prime number was in increasing order. Like we are skipping one prime number and we are getting the next prime number, higher prime number. Now here it's just opposite. 61, 59. The prime number before 61 is 59. Before 59, you get 53. Before 53, you get 47. Before 47, whatever prime number, that is your answer. That is 43. Now let's look at the next approach. That is odd and even. So any number which is divisible by 2 is called as even number. Any number which is not divisible by 2 is called as odd number. So 23, 25, 27, 29, 31. So this problem you can solve with addition also or with odd even approach also, because every time you see those are in increasing order. So 23 plus 2 is 25, 25 plus 2 is 27, 27 plus 2 is 29, 29 plus 2 is 31. So to get your answer, you have to do 31 plus 2, that is 33. So all these are odd numbers. We are just taking the next odd number, consecutive odd number, you can say. Let's look at the problem 2. So do we see here the pattern is of increasing or decreasing, like ascending or descending? 60, it's decrease. Again, it's increase. Again, it's decrease. So in this situation, it is difficult to identify the pattern because you cannot go for addition or subtraction, multiplication, division. You see the ascending thing, descending thing. Also, if you try to see, is there anything common like prime numbers or anything? No, it's not a prime number. Are these perfect square or cube? No. So whenever you feel that you are not able to find the pattern between consecutive two numbers given here, you just check the alternate number like 60 and 58. So if you look at this, 60 and 58. Let's try to show it like this. So here it's nothing but minus 2. So if you do 60 minus 2, you will get 58. So this is the pattern over here. Now again you go next, you get 58 minus 2, that is 56. And if you look at the alternate, this number 45, again 45 minus 2, you get 43. So if you want to show, you can show it like this, 45, and then again this, and then here you see, yeah. So if you look at this pattern, every alternate number, it is decreasing by 2. So there is a pattern of subtraction, you can say, but it's not in the consecutive digits, it's in the alternate digits. So 60 minus 2 is 58, 52 minus 2 is 56, 56 minus 2 will be 54. This will be our answer. And here, if they ask you the next one more term, if they ask you, then what will happen? Let's say they have given your question mark here also. So 45 minus 2 become 43. 43 minus 2 will become 41. And to identify this question mark, you have to do 41 minus 2. That will become 39. So sometime they might ask you couple of next term in that series. So most of the time they will ask you one number, but sometime it may happen that they might ask you two different numbers, two next numbers in that series. Now, these are all the problems, and solving this problem is bit easier because we know that we are going to do for odd even. So we will check that pattern and we will solve this. Here we are going to check prime and we'll solve it. But now what will happen when they come for miscellaneous problem? So whatever 8 approaches we have seen till now, you have to use any 2 or more than 2 of them. And then you have to find the pattern. So it's not very straightforward. You have to just apply one thing and you'll get your answer. It can be combination of 2 or more of the approaches. So let's solve few miscellaneous problems. Yeah. 4 minus 8, 16 minus 32, 64. So if you look at this number, this is decreasing, then increasing. So this is a bit challenging, like it's decreasing, increasing. So if you ignore the sign, do you see some similarity? Like you can say that into 2, 4 into 2 is 8. 8 into 2 is 16. Only the thing is sign is a difference. So can we say like into minus 2 is 4 into minus 2 is 8 minus 8. Minus 8 into minus 2 is plus 16. When we have a minus into minus, we get plus. 16 into minus 2 is minus 32. And similarly, minus 32 into minus 2 is plus 64. So to get our answer, 64 into minus 2. So minus 128. So what we have seen here, it is not required that whatever number you are identifying as a pattern in multiplication, like it is 1, 2, it is a natural number. It can be integer, it can be negative number, -2, -2, -2, like this. 4 into -2, -8, 16. 16 into -2 is -32. -32 into -2 is 64. 64 into -2 is -120. Let's look at the next problem. 16, 33, 65, 131, 261. So now here you will try for addition, subtraction, different kind of approaches. Sometime it may happen that there is a combination of multiplication and addition, multiplication of subtraction. So what are the different operation you do it on 16? So you get 33. First one is you say add 17. You add 17 over here, you get 33. But then you are adding 32. That doesn't look like a proper pattern. So can we try in this way? We know that 16 into 2 is 32. And if we add one more, we get 33. So 16 into 2, 32 plus 1, 33. Is it the same logic applicable at the next step? 33 into 2, it becomes 66. Instead of plus 1, we are just doing -1 here. So pattern is into 2 plus 1 into 2 minus 1. So if you see here, 65 into 2 plus 1, you get 131. If you do 131 into 2 minus 1, you get 262 minus 1, that is 261. Now, in order to get your answer, 261 into 2 plus 1. 261 into 2 will become 522 plus 1 will become 523. So every time you are multiplying by 2, adding 1. Multiplying by 2, subtracting 1. Multiplying by 2, adding 1. Multiplying by 2, subtracting 1. Now here you will add multiply by 2 and add 1. Let's look at the next problem. 7, 26, 63, 124, 215, 342. So if you try for addition, you'll get 19, 7 plus 19. Then here you will get around 38, 37. If you add it, you get 63. You don't see any pattern. So now try to think of whether it is a square or cube. We don't see those numbers are cube or square. But do you see that the numbers are near to the cube? So you can refer the problem, whatever we have solved earlier. Cube you see here, 1, 8, 27, 64 to 125. So now look at the sheet of cube, whatever 1 to 10 cube we have. So 2 cube, 8, minus 1 is 7. 3 cube, 27, minus 1. So every time we are doing cube, minus 1. So this is the pattern. So 2 cube minus 1, we get 8 minus 1, that is 7. 3 cube, 27 minus 1 is 26. 4 cube, 64 minus 1, we get 63. 5 cube minus 1, we get 125 minus 1, 124. 6 cube, 216 minus 1, we get 215. 7 cube, 343 minus 1, we get 342. So to get the answer, you have to do 8 cube minus 1. So 8 cube is 512 minus 1, you get the answer as 511. So here it's a combination of cube and subtraction. So if you don't remember the cubes properly, it is very difficult for you to identify this pattern. Next, let's look at the next question. 80, 99, 120, 43. So just like this, whatever we have cubes earlier, this is related to squares. Square minus 1. What is the square of 9? 81. So 81 minus 1, we get 80. What is square of 10? 100 minus 1, we get 99. What is square of 11? 121 minus 1, we get 120. What is square of 12? 12, 144 minus 1, we get 143. So now what to get answer, what we are supposed to do? Do the square of 13 because 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 square you do and subtract 1 from it. So square of 13 is 169 minus 1, you'll get 168. This is our final answer. I hope you understood everything. Thank you.